Hello, everyone. My name is Garrett Shelley, and this summer I was an intern at the Media and Immersive Experience Center in Mesa, Arizona, under ASU. So my internship was divided into two parts. The first half was, or the first 4 weeks, I was with a summer camp called Camp Level Up, where I was helping to instruct neurodivergent kids, specifically with autism, in game development, teaching them skills and concepts. So how the program went was it was 3 hours of game development instruction in the morning from our parent company, or Camp Level Up's parent company, Endless Studios, followed by a couple hours of aftercare. So during aftercare, my on-site mentor, Chris, and I spent a little bit of time developing a project that we wanted some of these kids to complete, which was making little short films. So one of the kids, we'll call him Anthony, really liked Pokemon, and he decided to make his short film about Registeel, the Pokemon. So Pokemon, we needed a character and an environment. This was his character. We gave them the option to either draw their character digitally on an iPad or sculpt them physically in clay so that we could scan them in and create the short film. So as you can see, that's what he did here. So once he finished sculpting his character, we were then able to put it into the computer and create this video. It takes a second to start. Oh, do we have sound? There we go.
Hello? Anyone? Everyone dead? Why is it so cruddy over here? And why am I stuck in this? Anyone? Anyone? Can anyone let me out? Anything?
So that in the top left corner there was actually Anthony. The kids were ages 13 to 18, I should mention. And we took a video of him doing his animation, acting out this character, and then we plugged it into an AI-powered motion capture software, and we were able to transfer his movements onto the character. So that worked out great. During the second part of my internship, after the camp had finished, I stayed on for another 2 weeks with Chris, and we were experimenting with animation techniques. So the two main ones that I learned about were motion capture and inverse kinematics. And here we go. This one should... Okay, is it playing? All right. So this is the inverse kinematics. This is a software called Blender. And I have this skeleton here that I made for a character in one of the games that I'm making. And you can see he now starts to animate. So I took these red bones, the ones there, and there, and there, and I animated them, moved them by hand, and it allows me to create what's called an idle animation, which is necessary in all video games to create a sense of life. So I put my little character on here, and it's a little rat. So then when I hide the armature, I've got a rat model that is perfectly ready for a video game. And I can put him in, and he'll move around just like a little rat will. So yeah, that was a really cool part of my internship that I got to mess with. So when I wasn't animating things or making games, I was avoiding the 118-degree heat of Phoenix, Arizona. So I pretty much spent all my time jumping between air conditioning and the pool, and it worked out pretty well for me. But because of that, I spent a lot of my time inside drawing. There's a couple of the drawings that I made while I was down there, and playing games with my family. I stayed in Mesa with my grandparents, who were very kind and let me stay with them for the 6 weeks. Thank you. And yeah, we got to play some really fun games, and it was a blast. To anybody who's interested in applying to Pinhead, I can't recommend it enough. When I was there, I got access to these amazing tools, facilities. The Mix Center is absolutely incredible. I made some wonderful connections. Chris is fantastic. Joanna. And Clara, thank you so much. And I got a lot of real-world experience. I got interaction with some of these autistic kids. I got to learn about animation. It was fantastic. And I got out of the house for 6 weeks, so that was amazing. And finally, I'd like to give a huge thank you to my grandparents for putting up with me for 6 weeks, Clara Cundon for being the organizer of Camp Level Up, Chris Ignacio for kind of stepping in as my mentor, Joanna Richards for running the Mix Center, putting the whole thing together, my parents for letting me run away for 6 weeks, and of course, Sarah Holbrook for putting the entire program together in the first place.